to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, Mr. Dennis, clerk of Superior Court, will come and administer the oath of office.
Go ahead,
Stand, please. You place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Is this everybody? Just double check. Do you and each of you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, so help you God? Do you and each of you further solemnly swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are, or may be established for the government thereof, that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of North Carolina, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of your knowledge and ability, so help you God. Do you and each of you further swear that you will well and truly execute the duties of office of County Commissioner for the County of Bladen, according to the best of your skill and ability and according to law, so help you God?
So, no other nominations? Okay, here.
May I ask to close by acclamation?
Yes, you may. Close by acclamation. At this time, if all those in favor of Mr. Peterson for the office of chairperson, if you will signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no.
No.
Congratulations, Mr. Peterson. At this time, nominations are in order for the office of vice chair.
I nominate Mr. Ray Britt.
Mr. Britt's been nominated. Are there other nominations? Hearing none, the floor is closed for nominations for the office of vice chair. Those in favor of Mr. Britt signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Congratulations, Mr. Britt. Thank you.
Okay. Next on, need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to approve the bond for public officials.
Okay. Second? Second, Mr. Britt. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. We need a motion to go and adjourn and go to the next. We got a little get together in the room right beside this room, refreshments, and we'll chit chat. And then we'll come back in, and the newly elected officials will take their new seats.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, Mr. Jones. Favor, aye. Opposed, no. Okay, adjourned. The room's right next door. We got punch and some cake.
This is not the first time it's been here. It's the first time it's been here for new commissioners.
I'm talking about the first time for the rent, not the first time I heard of it. Is this the first time?
It'll be up to the board what the board decides to do. I got a motion to approve the agenda, and I got a proper second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? The consent items are approved. Special recognition, Mr. Drusilla Melvin. Right. look forward to it. I'll read this and then say what's right. In grateful appreciation to Drusilla Melvin Wright for dedicated service to the people of Bladen County as Social Worker Supervisor 3, Foster Care and Adoption, presented by the Bladen County Board of Commissioners, given this 5th day of December 2016. Years of service, May 1987 to December 2016. Thank you, Ms. Morgan.
I don't know where to begin with Miss Drusilla. When I came to the Department of Social Services 18 years ago, Drew was one of the first faces that I saw, and in the children's welfare area. And she and I and one other staff member are the last of the originals that I would call originals. But I don't know what DSS will do without Drew. She has been a fixture. She did come to Bladen County government in 1987. She worked with the Bladen County Health Department as a CNA and worked in the WIC department, processing assistant. And she did, during that time, she received her degree. She left the health department for a brief stint for 3 days' work at the correctional center. She decided that was not her line of work. So Drew came on into DSS and started in, she's Child Protective Services. She's worked in daycare. She's worked in intake and children's welfare. She started in foster care and worked her way up to the supervisor. I've always told Drew that she has always amazed me with the ideas that she would come up with. She's worked diligently and compassionately with the families in children's welfare. She's always wanted to open an emergency shelter here in Bladen County, so maybe that's something that we will work on very quickly. But it's an emotional time because we've shared so much together. A lot of joy, a lot of sadness, a lot of tears, a lot of work. And we just appreciate, Drew, everything that you've done in your 29 years with Bladen County government. So much.
I would like those young ladies back there to stand, please.
All right, young ladies. You want me to come up here?
Yes.
Come here, ladies.
Tia and she'll be. This is the foster care unit, the social workers that I'll supervise, and it is a great pleasure. I mean, they made my job just that much easier. These ladies care about our children in Bladen County, and I just wanted them to be recognized because they helped so much at Christmas. They just had a Christmas party for the foster kids. I didn't get there, but they were tireless for our children. I just wanted them to be recognized, and I thank Bladen County. I love my county. I said, if I hit the lottery, I'm still gonna stay in Bladen County. Thank y'all so much.
Okay, the next order of business, Sheriff Office. Sheriff Jim Vicker, if you will come forward, please. Yeah. Consider approving the lease agreement with the North Carolina State Highway Patrol.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I'm here tonight to talk about the leasing of a 299 square foot office in the State Highway Patrol in the new facility. And in return, we will receive $18,000 for rent money and to enable us to have our 30-foot tower put up. Is that right? 80-foot tower, I'm sorry.
What's the pleasure of the board? Motion by Mr. Dallas to approve, second by Mr. Britt. Any discussion?
I got a question on it.
There's 3 months of the lease agreement would be in kind for the $18,000 for the tower. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, sir, it's 9 months, and there's 4 different 9 months, it's 36 months total, which will, come to a total of $18,000, which will pay for the tower.
So the lease would be negotiable every 9 months? Is that what we're saying?
No, sir, the reason is for 9 months, and anything longer has to go before the council of state, and that's not the way the highway patrol wanted to do it. And so we did it for 9 months at a time, and it'll be renewed at the end of the 9 months.
Every 9 months,
Yes,
it
sir.
has to be renewed.
Yes, sir.
So, let me make sure, 9 months, 9 months. So at the end of those 36 months, the commission will have to renegotiate another contract.
That's correct.
And at that time, if we want to adjust the cost could be adjusted in accordance with
At
the
your
county.
discretion.
Because I know y'all came with the county, y'all gave us discretion this time, $500. I don't know who set the rate, but
Well, I think what we do this time, we talked about the tower, the $18,000 we're trying to raise for a tower, and this is what we did it.
okay, so
So
this,
it's not like I came up with $500, we came up with $18,000, we'll find out what it costs.
so this is rationale with the tower, the amount of tower, we just prorated it all the way through.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
I declare a public hearing to receive comments regarding the animal control ordinance amendment. Ms. Charlotte, Mr. Mike, you want to come forward? Does anyone like to speak on the public hearing? If not, I declare the public hearing closed. Item B is consider adopting an animal control ordinance amendment pursuant to NCGS 153A-45. What's the pleasure of the board?
I'll make a move.
Motion by Mr. Dallas, second by Mr. Trivett. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matters of interest to Commissioner, anyone have anything tonight? If not, I'll turn it over to Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's with pleasure that I've informed the board tonight and the public as well that recently at the annual Lumber River Council of Governments meeting this past Thursday evening, 2 Bladen County representatives were awarded important awards, and I want to commend them for their achievements. First, Mr. Billy Ray Pate, who's a former commissioner here for 24 years, was awarded the Regional Leadership Award, and so certainly he's to be commended for that. And also our clerk, Maria Edwards, was awarded the Regional Clerk of the Year Award, so we certainly want to commend her as well. And they're both well deserving, and I commend them both.
Ms. Lee, you got a speech?
Thank you for asking.
Let me say this for the crowd's kind of thinning out, but let me say, from this board and this board family, we wish y'all a Merry Christmas to all Bladen County and all the people that participate and come to our meetings. And we encourage you to come to our meetings. It's good to see people in the seats. So don't let this be your last commissioner meeting. And if we can help you, we'll take a call. But Merry Christmas to all, and let's remember what the season's all about.
Amen.
Individual delegates wishing to address the board. Okay. Health and Human Service, Mr. David Howard, Director.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. We'll sit down because I don't want to present that. Sorry. If I would, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to take the opportunity to wish everybody Merry Christmas myself and Happy New Year. Thank you.
A is consider approving amendment, amended physical physician service agreement with Cape Fear Valley and Bladen County Hospital.
So A is the agreement specifically for medical director and supervision for the mid-level practitioner that operates in the health department, which is separate from the OB services contract, which is item B. This contract covers a medical doctor with Cape Fear Valley, and the agreement itself is with Cape Fear Valley Bladen Healthcare. And it's for medical director and also supervision for the FNP, and that doctor works with the FNP in the health department.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Second by Mr. David. Mr. David, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Item B, Mr. David.
And B is the OB maternal agreement with the hospital. This is kept separate because it's easier to transition if we need to. This is specifically for services for an OB doctor to come to the health department for a few hours each week as needed for the maternal patients we see that need a physician to see them, usually in late term, in a pregnancy, or for high-risk mothers where our FNP needs some extra guidance and they need a medical doctor to see them.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Bullock, second by
Second.
Mr. Dallas. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? C.
C is simply an agreement with Elon University, which is a renewal for us to host their students from Elon as they do their round.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Bullock, second by Mr. Britt. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
D.
D is an approving for an application to March of Dimes for a small grant of about $5,700. The idea for the grant is to purchase some inexpensive DVD players for the exam rooms. What we're looking to do is do some educational videos of about 10 minutes for the patients, maternal patients in the rooms. What we found is the printed material we give them usually is not read because we usually talk to them about the material we give them and they usually don't absorb that material very easily. So we're going to take that mode of operation and give it to them in the exam room, and it also gives an opportunity for them to interact when the provider comes in right after they see it.
Motion to approve.
Second. Make a motion to approve.
Mr. Gallo. Second. Mr. Gooden, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. E.
E is one of several agreements we have before you this evening, an MOU for to work with Columbus County Health Department. This is one where they provide a certain procedure that we're not able to do here at our health department. The reason we're looking to do this with Columbus County Health Department is we're required to find a source for this service, a colposcopy, where they're going to slide patients on the fee scale the same as we do, and only other health departments do that. In other words, at a certain level, would they slide to zero as far as what they owe, as long as they don't have insurance. If they have insurance, then we'll refer them locally to providers locally who can do the service.
Pleasure, board. Dallas made the motion, Mr. Gooden seconded it. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
F, we have this MOU with Bladen Medical Associates. This is one of several we were required to have for the family planning money we received from the state. They require us to have an outlet, a referral source to send patients to for primary care.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Gooden, second by Ms. Trivett. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay, G is another MOU required by the family planning money with the state. This is with East Point. What happens is if we notice situations where we might have behavioral health conditions, we need to have a referral source set up with them. And East Point, of course, is the overall organization, but we're going to have an opportunity to refer patients to with behavioral health issues to them directly.
So moved.
Mr. Cardell made a motion to approve, second by Mr. Gooden. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay, H, this may sound strange to have an agreement with an internal department, DSS. The reason for that is, again, with family planning money that comes from the state, they want to see a document that ensures that we have a source where we're referring people for Medicaid. DSS handles Medicaid applications, and we need to make sure we have something in writing where we refer and connect with them.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Bullock, second by Mr. Gallo. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
And I, last item, is an agreement with Zoom Sourcing, which is a staffing agency. This is to ensure we're able to pull in home health nurses for the home health operation while we're in the sale process.
So moved.
Mr. Cardinal made the motion, Mr. Gooden second. Any discussion?
Those are part-time, right, Tim?
Yes, sir.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Lisa, financial dashboard.
Good evening, Judge. I'd like to review the 5 months ending November. That will be 42% of the year. If anybody has any questions or wants more detail, please let me know and I'll be glad to furnish it at any meeting that you'd like to have it. First thing I'll review is the revenues. We have collected 43.15% of the revenues. When you look at the comparisons from last year to this year, I just want to give you a heads up on that. We have gotten better information in the past about monies that we can roll back into the prior year, so it's a timing issue. We're now involved in a program like for home health money and for some different programs, EMS, that shows exact timing. So if you look at the sales and services, it looks like it's down about $130,000 from last year. We actually received the money, it just went into last year's instead of this year's. So that's where the differences are coming there. I just want to give you that bit of information so you would be aware of it. Expenditures, we have spent 40.37% of the budget. Jail construction, as you know, we have collected 100% of the money and we're receiving interest on that. And we've spent about 50% on the jail construction at the present time. Solid waste, we have collected 55.15% of the budget and spent 41.11%. Emergency telephone fund, we have collected 30.56 and spent 53.68. Water, we've collected 45.13 and spent 24.76. Is there any questions about the dashboard?
Yeah, Ms. Copeland,
Yes, sir.
what's the amount on the jail construction? Is there a dollar amount on that?
We received from the banks $19,985,000.
So we received 19, and we have expenditure, how much have we got rid of?
$19,985,000.
We have already
How much?
allocated.
We have spent today, oh, excuse
No,
me.
spent today.
We've spent $11,181,000.
Okay. I just read it.
I thought you asked what the expenditure was. Sorry about that.
Any other questions? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I entertain a motion to table number 11, give the new board members a chance to look at this. There's about 15 advisory on each. Motion by Mr. Cogdell, second by Mr. Dallas. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed? And then you also have 12. We got there's two more added to that we'll approve in January.
Item 9.
Item 9.
I'm not sure. I don't see
Planning
Greg.
Department's Greg Elkins.
He's here.
Okay.
Good evening, if you remember, we, about a year or so ago, we received a grant from Division of Water Resources to do, some drainage and clean out of some ditches in the Butters Richardson community in Bladenboro. This grant is, going to allow us to clean out or construct a 4,100 foot ditch, and 3 laterals going into this community. So what we're asking tonight, we did put our RFPs out, request for proposals out, and we only received 1 bid back. They were due December 9th, and we received 1 bid that you have in your packet, and we're asking tonight to approve that bid.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Cogdell, second by Mr. Gooden. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
And this project has to be complete by, is it June 30th?
June 30th.
June 30th.
Okay, item 13, County Manager.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to briefly review the calendar with you for the months of the remaining month of December and January, and just point out to you for Friday and next Monday and Tuesday, the 23rd, 26th, and 27th, offices will be closed in observance of the Christmas holiday. And again, the county does follow the state holiday schedule. So, moving over to January, the offices will also be closed on Monday the 2nd in observance of the New Year's Day holiday. On Tuesday the 3rd at 8 a.m. there's a prayer service here. The board meets that evening at 6:30 p.m. On Thursday the 12th and Friday the 13th, the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners Legislative Goals meeting will be held in Raleigh at the Crabtree Marriott. Also, on the evening of Thursday the 12th, the Bladen Fire Association meeting will be held at the Carvers Creek Fire Department. On Monday the 16th, offices will be closed in observance of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Also, that morning at 11, the Elizabethtown will have a Martin Luther King Jr. parade, and you all are invited to that. On the 17th, the board meets at 6:30 that evening, and on Tuesday the 31st at 6 p.m., the Southeastern Partnership's annual meeting will be held at the Cape Fear Vineyard and Winery. If there are no questions regarding the calendar, moving to item B, the board is requested to schedule a special meeting on Tuesday, January 3rd, regarding a CB Solar LLC appeal of denial of exclusion status, and that's related to the value on a solar farm. And that value has been appealed to the Board of Commissioners, and it shouldn't take very long. Also, I just want to remind you, also that evening, we plan to have pictures, and the photographer will be here to take pictures, so hopefully that can be done as well before the regular 6:30 meeting. So we're requesting to meet at 5:30 p.m. on the special meeting.
Greg, does
Yes,
the
sir.
board members have to be sworn in for tax?
This is the Board of Commissioners instead of,
Okay.
I don't think this is the Board of B&R, this is just the Board of Commissioners.
Okay.
Okay,
Motion by Mr. Cardell to meet at
5:30.
5:30. Second by Mr. Britt. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you. Also want to provide update regarding the federal legislative goals process. You know, I just spoke to the legislative goals meeting that will be held in Raleigh, and that is related to statewide issues. That's through the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners. Also, NACO, which is the National Association of Counties, has its annual legislative goals meeting in the latter part of February in Washington, D.C. And so they provide an opportunity for counties to submit goals. Our state association provides an opportunity for counties to submit goals of statewide importance that are federal in nature. And so that information is due to Raleigh by the 20th of January. So I just wanted to give you an opportunity, and we've sent this information to department heads as well to see if they have any issues of importance that they'd like to bring to the board. But if you want to take some time, if you read information or see of anything that may be of interest to you to submit, then we will plan to circle back on this issue at our second meeting in January. So you have plenty of time on that. If there are no questions related to that, moving on to item D, the board is requested to designate a voting delegate for that North Carolina Association of County Commissioners Legislative Goals Conference in January. The practice has been here that if the chairman plans to attend the meeting, he is likely the delegate. I'm not sure in this case if Mr. Peterson will be able to go or not, but that's kind of been the practice.
No, I will not be going. You going, Mr. Britt?
I mean, I can.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
So that's a 2-day conference, right?
Yes, sir. I'll go. That's place for the board.
That's fine.
Is it, so it's a vote by the board?
Yes, sir.
So I need a motion, or I need some names. Mr. Britt put his name in. Is there any other names?
Well, confirm that my acclamation. Just confirm that my acclamation on one person.
Anybody make a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion by Mr. I'm running this thing, Mr. Carter. I'm gonna do it by a motion. Motion by Ms. Trivett. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Bullock. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Mr. Britt, you will be the voting delegate. Mr. Martin.
Thank you. Also, with the new year, and we have new commissioners on board now, we would like to schedule an opportunity to meet in a different format than this to discuss county projects that are going on, things of importance for the upcoming year. And one of the dates that's often a good time is if we have 5 Mondays in a month. A lot of times the 5th Monday is not already booked unless you just have a normal Monday meeting. So a proposed time, and certainly it's up to your convenience, a proposed time is Monday, January 30th at 5 p.m.
Mr. Martin, can we meet, if it's all right with the board, can we meet tonight? Because I think we need to talk before we have a couple,
That's
maybe
fine.
2 meetings behind us before we meet.
That'll be fine. That works.
So does 9 work for everybody, January tonight? 5 o'clock?
January
Need a
9th.
motion?
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Motion, 5 o'clock January tonight, is there a second?
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, January 9th, 5 o'clock, so that puts
Okay.
us January the 3rd at 5:30, January the 9th at 5 o'clock, and January the 17th at 6:30. 3
Okay.
meetings this month, January. Okay, thank you.
That's great, thank you. And then the last item I have is to request that the board approve an inmate labor agreement amendment with the state of North Carolina, and this is to include the town of White Lake in the agreement to provide inmate labor. Currently, the town of Elizabethtown and the county have an agreement with the state for the state to send inmates to Elizabethtown. The town of Elizabethtown picks up its inmates at the county operations building, and then the county has inmates, and so this would incorporate White Lake as well. It actually reduces the county's cost to add White Lake.
Motion by Mr. Dowd to accept, for a second, second by Mr. Britt, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Item 14, there's some correspondence you need to read, if you would please. And item 15 is, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Good, and second by Mr. Cottrell. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? City staff adjourned. Merry Christmas.
Huh?